Yeah, those are two great things to look out for. Obviously, Binance now with a ton of market share, and I do want to come and ask you about CZ later. Tether, the highest volume U.S. coin, but also never completely proven on their fractional reserves. But it's used so much in the industry that if either one of those collapsed, I agree, crypto would be dead for, well, maybe not 5 years, but a good 3 years plus. So yeah. With Sam, first of all, BitBoy was here on my show about 4 weeks before I came to Dubai, and then he was on stage at Future Blockchain Summit. And I'm telling you, Carl, you know what Ben's like. He was going off on stage on various people, and like Gensler. We talked about Do Kwon, and then he did a whole tirade on Bankman-Fried. Literally, the FTX booth was like earshot away, and it hadn't happened yet. And like I always do what I do on London Real. Again, we've been proponents for free speech since the beginning. We had to fight for it in 2020 when YouTube was shutting us down. But I just sat there and I listened to him because I think you got to let the person speak. So he put it out there. It made a lot of people uncomfortable, but I'm glad people were listening, because then literally 2 weeks later, it's going off. And now, BitBoy's down there in the Bahamas and going hardcore, and we could talk about that too. But, it's been interesting to see what he's uncovered, and I know he saw a lot of things happening behind the scenes. I got to ask you a question. We're seeing all these weird things in the mainstream media, Carl. Like, Sam is still set to speak at a New York Times event featuring some of the biggest players in the world in government and corporations, and Wall Street Journal front page articles that seem to be saying really good things about him, and like in a weird way defending him and talking about how it's a shame that his philanthropy has gone down. Mm-hmm. And we've all in crypto been shocked that he seems to be getting support maybe from politicians, from mainstream media. I don't know. Do you have a read on this? Did you notice that as well? And do you have any thoughts of why?
Well, I think if you just look at it from a big perspective, if you look into crypto from another perspective, you see this new industry, and then you see a small industry, and there's so much opportunity in there. That's why I'm building business in crypto, because the chance of success is just massive, because there's a new industry with, That said, if you look then at governments and like very wealthy individuals that have that control trillions of dollars, wouldn't it make sense that they also see this opportunity and that they go into crypto, maybe not publicly, but undercover, and they put someone in place like Sam or whoever else? I mean, CZ, like, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying that wouldn't it make sense that you then control these companies from like, you control the equity, you control the decisions, but you have someone in the front who makes the branding and the networking and publicly controls the company. So that would make sense in my mind, because if I had trillions, that's what I would do. And then of course it would be this easy to make these companies successful, because you already have the money, so you can immediately take over market share. And I have actually some inside information about FTX and their spendings on online ads, because I've been speaking to people that know some of their numbers, and they've been spending hundreds of millions of dollars in just online ads, like literally just like digital marketing online ads, on top of the 400 million they put in FTX Arena and all these things. Like, where does all this money come from? And what I think is that, let's say you have trillions of dollars or billions, whatever, and you're either a government or you just have a lot of like shady money, like black money that comes from really shady things. Then the best way to launder this money or to put it in something would be in crypto, because no one would bat an eye. Everyone's like, it's just a crypto company. FTX, of course they make money. It's crypto. Like, it's derivatives trading. Of course they will make bank. Like, no one will question that. But they would question it if it's like maybe like a random new maybe car company or like a textile company, because it just maybe doesn't really make sense, because maybe like if a new car comes out with very like mediocre technology and then becomes like the biggest car, like that would maybe be more strange. But in crypto, it's just fine. Everyone thinks it's just crypto. So yeah, the question or the answer is that it's very likely that some of these companies in crypto that are controlling the market are controlled by big forces out there, whether it's the banks, mafia, like really like shady, strange money. It could also be like, the elites of the world. Like we could literally be talking about like the Bilderberg meeting people, the Skull and Bones, like these kind of people as well. Like who knows? Like they are smart individuals. Like if I can see that crypto is the next big thing, they know. Of course. I mean, maybe they created this whole crypto industry. Like who knows? So I think that it's very naive to think that all of these people like Sam and other CEOs of exchanges are just like random computer nerds who just randomly, raised a lot of money from nothing and just boom became the biggest exchange. Like it doesn't work like that. It's possible, but I just don't think it's very reasonable. And now I think with FTX, we seem to have the proof that at least FTX was a good example of that.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, got to do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
It's also been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.